Now, the notion of having a pulsometer scale on a watch has been around for a long time. In fact, the early 1700s, English watchmaker by the name of Samuel Watson, paired up with a doc, came up with this idea. And then that served well through the 1800s and whatnot. But in around the 1900s, we have the chronograph come along as well, where you can have another mechanism in the movement that can keep track of a time separately that could also be used for it. It really burst into its own sort of category. Now, I particularly don't like the chronograph versions. All you need is a simple 3-hand watch with the pulsometer track on it. It's a calculation. And so this one is for 30 pulsations. Another common one is 15. Now again, this dial-based complication, the way this works is when that second hand hits 12, you start counting the pulses. So you've got your finger on the neck, right? Or somewhere on the body where you can count the pulses on an individual. And whenever you hit 30, so counting pulses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when you get to 30, wherever that second hand is, will tell you what the heart rate is per minute. So for example, if you're counting someone's pulse and they have 30 pulses in 30 seconds, then their heart rate is 60. That's pretty straightforward, right? It's a simple multiplication by 2. 30 pulses is 60 beats per minute in terms of the heart rate. Where that multiplication gets a little bit more tricky on the fly, if you don't want to do it in your head, is when you have a really fast or really slow heart rate. So we have the birth of the medic. Watches that have pulsometers typically also somewhere on the dial say what the pulsation rate is, in which the scale is written. Here we've got 30, and you also often have the symbol of the medical profession somewhere on the dial.